guys, it is almost 4 p.m. and we are headed off to the event. And you guys are gonna see a bunch of different professional athletes that are hopefully gonna make the Tokyo 2020 team, get their feedback on the new gear.
I'm Zach. I ran in college and then I dropped out of college and I have like a YouTube channel about running, and it's kind of like Emma's, but the guys version.
It really is. It's like the opposite,
it's
but
like,
the same.
It's like the same, but the opposite. But you should definitely come and check it out. It's pretty cool, and I make videos too about running. And
yeah,
stuff, and
you've probably honestly already seen some of them.
And I live in a van, so that's pretty cool too. And I ran a marathon a couple weeks ago. I was like a couple months ago now, but I like to think that was pretty recent, so I'm like,
yeah, same. I ran one in October, so.
It's like, oh, I just ran a marathon.
Yeah.
But that's it, and we've been shooting a ton. Is it like...
Is it clout?
Like, is this like...
No, don't wear like that. Don't wear like that.
Wait, really?
Well, that looks weird.
You think? It's not like a fanny pouch where it's like...
No, it doesn't look cool.
Really? I kind of like it. Literally.
Out here vlogging.
Literally a vlogger. Literally.
Okay, we're walking to the place that's gonna pick us up, take us to the event. Zach, how are you feeling? This is your first Nike event.
This is my first Nike event.
How are you feeling?
Feeling excited. I don't know what it's actually gonna be like, but I feel like I look like a little bit of a dweeb with all my cameras. But also,
it's okay. You're a media guy. You're a media guy.
I'm a media guy. You know, it's my job.
Kids. This is the most intense thing I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding.
I just died. And like this like what it's like afterwards.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Same. Initial thoughts?
Definitely shook. The venue is like really small and very like...
I feel like really exclusive.
Or something. Yeah,
I know.
It was like the peak of my bouginess, and I love it.
After that show?
Fire. I mean, it was shocking. Shocking.
That was actually crazy.
Like, there was just so much happening.
There was so much happening. I was literally standing next to Travis Scott at one point.
Might have been the most like gorgeous display of fashion I've ever seen in my entire life.
Granted, I've never been to a fashion show.
Yeah, me neither. But it was incredible.
That's literally Drake. Caught me a pair of these, please.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Boy.
It's such an interesting material.
You've never seen anything like this on any track and field event ever. It all starts with us, with the athlete. We do everything starting with the athlete, and one of the things we focused on this year was we knew that that particular event was going to be hot because we've been reading about temperatures rising and what's going to happen during the Olympics during that time. So we spent a lot of time working on how do we create a really cool sprint kit that allows us to engineer at the pixel by pixel level, delivering our female athlete in particular a very different sensation and experience. And one of the things we did when we were talking with our athletes, because you learn so much about what they say and what they don't say based on how they show up and the things that they wear and how they wear it, was we did notice that a lot of track and field female athletes will double up and sometimes triple up on their top.
Yeah.
We thought was interesting, right? And part of what we were working through was like, how can we fix that? Because that's got to be really irritating, and you're going to go into one of the hottest events of the year and you're going to wear 2 or maybe 3, like that's just a lot to manage in terms of sweat. And women also sweat a lot in that T-bone area. So we decided to look at our Flynet technology that we have in footwear, which actually was stolen, I like to say that, from the apparel industry.
Wow,
knitting
okay.
is almost like 2 centuries old. It's not a new technology. But what Nike did really, really well is they took that old technology and reimagined it through a performance layer, and that's how we got to footwear, Flynet. So we took it back, and we said we're going to do this in apparel. We're going to figure out how we can use that technology, engineer our product so that it truly fits the body, works for the athlete, and creates a new sensation. And what that unlocked for us was a lot of things that we didn't even realize were possible. So the first thing we did was we got the information from the athlete, we put them through the research lab. They did a lot of running, a lot of different tests, a lot of different environmental chambers to get a sense of what's happening as they sweat, cool down, warm up. We take that data goes into things like computational design. So how should we look to take that data and engineer it into a software that would go into a knitting machine? What does the designer need to do? Because you need your old school designer to sketch some things out for us. What does that look like on the innovator side? So innovation might be in the yarn selection, because we want to make sure we have a yarn that wicks moisture, that supports the athlete when we want them to support it. What we were able to do was put all that information into the software, into the knitting machine, and what you have is a top that does a number of different things. One, when you look at it at the knit level, first thing we're able to do is create added support. So this means that she can put this top on, she can run, and it stays in place. That was the first thing. Probably even more importantly than that was the encapsulation. Like, we wanted to make sure we were creating a bodice that fit her form and that held her in place, because that was one of the things that we heard a lot about. So imagine, if you will, like a traditional bra. This is the way I like to explain it. Traditional bras for an average cup woman, it probably has somewhere in the range of 40 pieces, right? What we were able to do is, or you can even think about it through the lens of a sport bra, and a sport bra would have somewhere in the range of maybe 12 to 15 pieces. This is 2.
That's crazy.
And every stitch is doing something. So I have a stitch that's working through and creating support. I have stitches that are working to create encapsulation. I have stitches that are working to create ventilation. So those are real holes that are in a garment, right? And then you can do that. What you also see in the garment is you can see how we can transition from a lenticular to a solid to something with holes. From a design perspective, the designer can design how they want it. It goes in the machine. It literally knits the shape that you want in the back. What I love about this is I like to look at this and say, this is the data. The data informed this design. So I have many, many years as a designer. I sketched by hand. I worked on computers. I couldn't have created that. And what I love about this is the athlete's information went into making the data algorithm, which then shows up in the garment. So it's truly athlete designed and engineered to perform for the athlete. And that's what makes this really compelling. When you see it from the shorts perspective, one of the main goals we were trying to get here was they asked us to deliver support, lock them in, and one of the things that really irritated them is when they were in the starting blocks and then got up, the short had already creeped out.
Okay.
So we wanted to make a short that locked them in. And you can even see, if you look really closely, right, that is all the ventilation that came through the sides, But look at how you see the knit structure gets tighter at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's finishing away. And I can't lay this flat if I tried with all my life. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Like that's the engineering coming to life. So it literally takes on the form of the athlete, and we reduce the number of seams. This literally only has 3 seams.
Yeah,
1,
this is amazing.
2, 3. That's it. A typical boy short would have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 seams.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get something that doesn't ride up.
Yeah.
Or like choke you at the bottom
That's
here.
right.
Yeah.
So that was really.
So this is
an
an amazing idea.
Yeah. You could see the ventilation.
Yeah.
At the waistband. So that's all
Wow.
knit in. You know, in a traditional short, if you wanted to have something interesting like this on the side, you would have had to cut that, like piece it in.
Yeah.
That's all engineered in.
This looks like the most comfortable uniform I've ever seen in my life.
And when we've put this on athletes and they've come in to do the testing, you know, first of all, the first thing that happens is they're looking and they're like, wow.
Yeah.
Because you could see the shift of color.
Oh man.
That's
So
the other
Didn't
thing.
even notice that.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. Like,
So that's the playfulness we can have. And this is when, you know, technology meets art or soul is like what we like to talk about, because we want to make sure we're capturing the emotion of the athlete. We talk a lot about innovating at the speed of sport, and we recognize that our athletes today aren't just elite athletes who want technical product. They want technical product that looks great. They want to look and feel like a superhero, and they want their superhero uniform to like work for them. So that's kind of like the idea. So when the athletes would come in, I would see like they'd be checking out their butt and I'm changing color. Oh my God, this is crazy. They, you know, and I get it. I totally get the emotion of it, like the ability. Like the way I always think about it is these athletes have worked for years to get to this stage. It is a complete honor for us to be able to create product that is worthy of their accomplishments. And it's just, you know, it's so profound and impactful for me, especially as somebody who's helping to lead the innovation of the future for apparel. And so when we get athletes in and they're gracious enough to share their insights and their things that work and don't work, like for us, it's just a gift every single day because we get to improve on their natural ability and make them look great and feel good doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Up close and personal.
Oh, I see it. Oh my God. This is so cool.
Even this material.
It's like a spacesuit.
It actually is like, it's like thick. It looks thin, but
really
it's
old
thick.
school, like material. I feel like a lot of.
Awesome.
100%. Those are my sisters.
Really? Wow.
English Gardener, do you want to introduce yourself to the channel?
I'm the English Gardener, 2016 gold medalist at the Rio Olympics, 2-time U.S. champion, and 100-meter runner for the U.S.
Yes, low key. Also, Duck alumni.
Yes.
Go Ducks.
Go, Ducks.
Yeah. So how do you like these uniforms? Fresh fit, I will say. You look great up there also in the fashion show.
I was just actually having this conversation with some of my colleagues, and I was telling them how it works with the body, which is something that is very important to a sprinter because every 1% counts. And so for it to be able to move with us, not be so tight, it's form fitting, more form fitting to the body than our last uniforms, but yet not restrictive.
Yeah.
And that's like awesome. Like the way that they incorporated like lifestyle kind of threads with threads that will work within our competition, I think is like mind blowing. It's just been amazing, and even how it reflects and changes with the colors. I think that's the most impressive part about me with this thing is like when I was moving, I felt like I had a different uniform on every movement, which is amazing. So it's pretty cool. It's a huge season,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to take it one piece at a time. I mean, the ultimate goal for me is to go to the Olympics and to medal. I would be so elated if I was blessed with a gold medal, and that is the end-all goal for me. But honestly, just to get to the Olympics, compete for my country, and just take each meet at a time, and each race at a time, each practice at a time.
Yeah.
It's a big pie, so you gotta cut it up in slices.
My name is Aaron Brown. I'm a Canadian sprinter around the 100 and 200. I have my own YouTube channel
Yeah, he does. I've watched videos before.
called Kingsley TV, so check me out. I don't post as often as I'd like to, but I'm
Why
trying to get
not?
into
Come
it.
on.
It's hard,
I feel
you gotta
that.
think quality or quantity.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm going quality so far. I need a little more quantity.
Yeah, well, you just started last year, so you gotta get into it, get into the rhythm.
Yeah. I'm a fairly new channel, but show me love.
I'm sure they will. They're all about the running content.
Good
So,
stuff, good stuff.
yeah, what do you post on there?
So I have some inspirational, motivational stuff. I have some inside look at the athlete experience. You know, I have videos like my top 6 favorite running shoes to run in.
What events do you run?
I run the 100 and 200.
Okay, which one?
4x100 relay.
Okay, which one is your favorite?
So my favorite is probably the 100, but I'm better at the 2. And people consider me a 2 guy, but
Okay.
I also run the 100. So I always have to correct them and be like, no, I'm not a specialist, I do both.
2020 goals, what are they for the outdoor season?
Oh man, qualify for the Olympics, of course, and make both finals. If I run the 1 and 2, make both finals in that, challenge for medals, and then go for a win in the 4x1 with my boys.
Wow, that's awesome. Excited to watch you run. And how do you feel about these new uniforms?
Oh man, they're awesome. Very breathable, great to run in. You know, they look great. They're iridescent, so there's changing colors, and it's a pretty cool effect when you're running. Yeah, they feel good, stretchy, breathable, all that good stuff. So excited to run in it.
How did you feel walking the show?
It's pretty cool.
Was this your first fashion show?
No, so I did the one just like this event in 2016.
Okay, so you're a veteran.
Yeah, somewhat. You
Yeah.
can say that.
Yeah.
But this was a bigger magnitude.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of big names that showed up, so that was pretty cool.
Drake?
Drake being one of them, the 6th guy.
Oh wait, I think I saw you wave to him or something.
Yeah, no, I gave him 6.
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
He nodded. He was like, yeah.
He knows.
He knew what time it was.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, I see Nike's going bigger and better every year, so it's cool to see them innovate, bring new products out, and have a good event, bring all the talent together.
All right, after the event, out at dinner. Are you hungry?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Seeing all these really good snacks, and so we're gonna get some so I don't have to pay $10 for like a Reese's cup. And
Life
Emma's
of a vlogger,
vlogging.
baby! Zach, how was your experience tonight?
It was like one of the more crazy days in my entire life, where I was just like highly fulfilled and also highly shook. And I think like the whole time I was like I'm at this event and like I just do not belong. It's like that like immense feeling of like not belonging.
Yeah.
But also like I'm here, so obviously
Obviously
we
you
are
do
a part of
belong.
it.
We
Yeah.
do belong.
It's
But
just
also
like
we
our
don't
first
belong.
experience.
It was both of our first fashion shows, which was, I love the fashion show. I'm
Yes.
like, whoa, can I go to all of these? Like, I'm moving to New York now and I'm going to all the fashion
most
shows.
thrilling thing.
It was
like,
crazy. I was like, these are sick. I'm gonna be a model. Anybody there was somebody. Everyone seemed to know each other.
Yes, no, everyone was like, hey,
What's up? I'm like, don't know anyone. Travis Scott, Drake, Kendrick Lamar were there. How many
Tom
people?
Sachs.
Yeah.
Kendrick
How many
Lamar.
people do you think were in that room?
Maybe less than 200.
Less than 200 for sure.
I mean, like
literally, I brushed shoulders with Travis Scott. I can't. I'm just shook. I'm just shook. I didn't know what to
Literally.
say. I was like, he was standing right next to me, and I was like, what do I do? Should I say something? Do I get a pic? But it's like, it was like the vibe.
right next to him.
Yeah, and I was like,
over there. I was like,
do I get a pic? I didn't know what to do because like in that setting, in like a media setting, like what am I supposed to do? Like
Weird.
cheese? Like let's get a
so
pic?
intimate that's like
Exactly.
like,
It's
obviously
so
you're here for a
intimate, so you
reason.
need to like play it cool. But I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
playing it cool. And then I also saw Tyler Stephen The Bachelor, and I was not playing it cool, guys. Like I was just geeking out, and I really don't geek out over people, but today has been a day of geeking out. But it was
And
unreal.
we literally became friends with him. It was like it was the most intimate.
No, we
thing.
actually, yeah, we started
We're like-
having a conversation.
He was trying to hang out with us at some point.
Oh, I think so. I think he was following us around.
No, he was like, where's the other people? And the other people were the people that we were friends with.
Yeah,
so, it was like,
so I guess we're the cool ones.
yeah.
He has no idea even what my name is, but I'm always sad to leave these trips because they're so fun.
Yeah. It's like post-trip depression already.
This is post-trip depression. We're still here for Sunday.
I'm like sad to fly out.
Zach and I are finally grubbing. What are we grubbing on?
Rubbing on some summer salt, Baja Cali Kitchen. Pretty fire. It's like Chipotle was like Cali edition, but in New York. Sick.
That basically makes no sense to anyone except for us eating it. But it's tasty.